again.
Hey everybody, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be going over 5 things to help you become a better 2v2 Clash Royale player. 2v2 is the super fun game mode where you pair up either with a clanmate or like social, someone you know, or you can pair up with just a random person and go in a 2v2 battle. So, in today's video, I'm going to kind of start off saying the 5 things, and then we're going to watch 3 replays at double speed, and I'll play one live, because there's some of these things that I want to tell you can't see in the replay. So to begin with, your first thing is you check their deck. When it first appears on the screen, which it doesn't on the replay, but when you first click into that 2v2, it shows you their deck. That's really key, because it tells you what type of deck they have, what you're going to need to do to kind of, what will synergize well, what will pair well, what cards of yours will do well with theirs. So this guy is running he's running the Golem Balloon deck. So for me, I need to sit back and go, he's got a Golem. I need to make sure that I don't, if he drops a Golem, unless we're way ahead on Elixir, I better be ready to defend in case they try to counter push quick. Because with 2 guys there, at least one of them is probably going to try to counter push hard because someone dropped 8 Elixir and a troop in the back. The second thing is kind of the same thing. When you first start the match, and any time throughout the match, you can click the little information bar, which is just above your cards in the actual video. To the right, it's the same little information bar. You can see what cards they have, and that's just a way to see their cards, and also their Elixir. You can't specifically see it, but if you see here, the Golem is 8 Elixir, but he's got not quite 3/4 of that. So he's got less than Elixir. He's got 5, but he doesn't have 6 Elixir yet, and that's just a way to be able to see. So I mean, unless he has like all 2 Elixir cards, you're able to kind of tell where he's at in Elixir, and I do that a lot. Your third thing is to drag your cards out in front. And this is, I guess, my third thing should be knowing to defend. Because when you know, if you think they can defend it, and they're, say pulling out a Tesla, and it goes, that's plenty to defend it. Don't drop, for my case, an Inferno at the same time, because then you've spent 9 Elixir to defend, say, a Hog, which is 4. And now they'll just counter push the other lane, and you're in trouble, because you both spent all your Elixir. So the fourth thing now is to be able to drag your cards out, which I'll show you in my video, or in my battle that I play as soon as I finish these replays. To drag your card out and just kind of hold it and show them you've got it, and then drop it. That way you don't drop the same thing. You can't see any of that in the replays, but we're doing it, and I'm going to show you in the actual live battle. So we're going to go double speed here. So he is going to end up dropping a Golem in the back, I believe. Yeah, so he drops a Golem in the back. I dropped Bats because it was my cheapest Elixir card. I really didn't have anything I wanted to put behind it. I now put the Lumberjack in there. We're going to just take that little bit of damage, but now we have more Elixir. They did a really good job defending it, but we know what he has. So he used the Rage from my Lumberjack, and I also used the Balloon. They froze us. So, to prevent damage when their tower is already down to 1,000 health. They just lost 2/3 of their tower health in the first major push. So I fireballed that to get that gone, and also to get damage on the tower, because now I'm just chipping away. We don't need to focus on pushing super hard against that tower if we don't want, because I can just chip away. He decides he's going to go hard for it anyway though, so he drops Golem. Now this is where I say be ready to defend, because if I had just started pushing with the Hog, we would not have had a chance of defending that. So, we've got a good push going. I'm going to freeze it here. I saw we had plenty to take out that tower, or they wouldn't have done so much defending it, they wouldn't have anything else. So I dropped a Hog left side, which at this point, I'm going, it's first you're going to be left undefended, because they're just trying to stop that from killing the right tower, and then going and destroying their king. We destroy it easily. They're obviously low on Elixir, so I freeze everything, and we're putting stuff on the right side. We're just going for the 3 crown now. Sure enough, they were so low on elixir that we easily died. But that's just one of those things. That's kind of number 5, which is adapt. You see, once I realized, oh, they're low on elixir, I changed my game plan from attacking the left tower to just all-out 3-crowd. In the process, we still got the left tower before, but we were able to easily defeat them because we worked well together. So in this next match, I'm just going to go 2-3 for all of these. This next match, he's got a bug cycle basically. So I ended up freezing it because I saw they missed with their cannon. And not very often do you get the hog in all the way like that when they've got his little defensive building like that. So I opted to capitalize and use the freeze early. Normally I wouldn't use it that early, but in this case I did because I knew we might not get that opportunity again. They lightning us, that's something to learn from. I used the rage from the lumberjack to get in there, get a couple hits. Now, I dropped the Inferno in the back. I did actually drag it out and show him before so he didn't try to drop other stuff off to defend. He killed the witch. I believe I dropped bats here. Yes, I do. 2 for 4 elixir trade. That's a great trade. Didn't take any damage to the tower. Now, here I didn't freeze because I was going to pointless freeze. He used a tornado. I went wizard and we just went to town on him. Now, basically, we're just chipping away here. We're getting hit with the hog, we're getting a fireball, we're getting this. He used that, which I kind of was hoping he would let me use my Inferno, but I wasn't going to drop my other one because I knew they had the hog. Then I froze it, and at this point, we just got to get the last little bit of damage. He sends in the miner. It gets there. I had a fireball ready if he didn't, and we ended up winning. So, just playing well with my partner, we got a 1-0 victory. They had only 290 health left on our tower, but still, it was a good play. So we're going to watch this final video, and then we're going to jump into a live match. In this one, he's got graveyard something. Graveyard poison, a typical graveyard. I don't think he's got the bowler, but... So, he saw that they had I missed fireball there, and I actually ended up saying oops because I was trying to hit the goblin hut and the tower, but I ended up just hitting the tower, and so I said oops. I mean, like I said, you can make mistakes and still win. You just need to be minimizing your mistakes and don't make massive mistakes. Be able to, if you make a mistake, something like that, where, yeah, I mean, I still got damage. I just messed up with my placement by a half tile. So, they have 3 musketeers, I have fireball, and he's got poison. We're going to use a combo of that to shut down the musketeer, and the other can be used to destroy the goblin hut or whatever else. He dropped this, and this was actually, I think, the closest match of 3. You see, they're just getting a little bit of chip damage. We're just playing conservative. I split and here I saw he started graveyard, so I sent in the hog. They're down to 1,000 health on that tower, and we're soundly beating them right now. They do a good fireball, get some damage. I send in the hog, nothing happens. Now I fireball back because I know he's got the poison. Using the poison. I was wrong. That was actually a blowout. He ended up using the poison for the win, and it was a solid win. So we're going to jump into a live match, and then you guys can see what I'm talking about, where I'm saying to be able to drag your stuff out, look at their deck. So my deck is this, and so the freezes mean they get help, stop pushes, or get that damage in. So we're going to just play a match with the random guys, see how it goes. So this is what I'm saying, don't just skip this. He also has a freeze, which isn't ideal, but he's got actually a lot of similar. So I'm going to pull up his information bar. He's using the wizard, I think. I'm actually going to start my wizard up front because it should hit that. Yes. And so it's not ideal that we both rock our wizard, but I want to get that out of the way. Now, this is going to be a tough... Sorry. I have a cold. This is going to be a bit of a tough matchup. I'm actually going to freeze it simply because I don't want... Yeah. This is not going to be super easy. Thankfully, they nerfed the Royal Ghost, so it's not quite as... doesn't disappear quite as fast. I'm going to put bats in the back. he's going to do that to distract. They hit us with a well played. I'm going to say thanks. I'm actually going to drop the lumberjack because I don't want... Oh, because it was a lower level, it didn't kill my bats, which, like I thought. Normally, the splash damage ends up killing the super light troops. I'm going to show them I have the Inferno. I'm dropping it here. Oh, they have Zappies, so I'm going to place it far back because I don't want those Zappies resetting it. He's got plenty of elixir. He's got at least 6. So, we're sitting almost at the same in damage. I was going to drop my wizard in the back, but now I'm not. I'm just going to drop the hog because I was out of elixir. I didn't want to put stuff back there to get fireball along with. I'm going to freeze this simply because they put it all in the freeze radius. Oh, he's got... And it froze the ghost on the... It froze the ghost when he was available to be hit, which is great. So we just... And that was actually a spectacular freeze. So I'm actually going to ignore the left tower because it's fireballable. Now we can start hitting their other tower without... And he's on the same page. We can start hitting the other tower without worrying about... I'm going to have to drop my wizard without having to worry about them activating the other tower. And we hit that tower. They hit us with a well played. I don't have much to defend this, honestly. I have a fireball, but I'm going to wait until... Ooh. I'm going to freeze... Oh no, we both used freeze. That was my bad. That was my bad. I'm going to fireball this. But you know what? We've made so few errors that we're soundly beating them. In fact, let's go for the 3 crown. I'm going to ignore that. Oh no. I'm just going to go for the 3 crown. They're going to go for the tower. I want the 3 crown win. Let's see if we can get it. Come on. And they didn't even get our tower. We got a perfect 3 crown. There was one error that I really saw in that match, and that was us both dropping the freeze. But at that point, we were already up 2-0. That was a great battle. It worked out really well, and we got a bunch of... We got 3 crowns there. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. I mean, everything I said in my 5 points was able to show you. I'm going to just quick go over those 5 points for you again. In fact, let's go over them right now. So the number one thing is to look at their deck at the beginning. You know, that's where I showed you, you know, when you first enter the match, you can see their deck. The number 2 thing is to use that little information bar up on the right side above your cards, which tells them what's in their hand at that moment, and also how much elixir they have based on, you know, that little bar on their card. The third thing is to drag your cards out while, you know, knowing when to defend, letting them defend, and then dragging your cards out to kind of show them what you're going to use to defend. Whereas I was debating when I was going to freeze it. I should have had to freeze out and ready. The only reason I didn't is because I wouldn't have been able to see under my finger. And so we ended up double freezing there. And the final thing is just to adapt. To know, okay, if we both play this thing and it doesn't work, let's not do that same exact thing the next time. Let's switch it up, because if you do the same thing, you're going to get the same results. So if you're sitting here wondering, why can't you get better at 2v2, but you do the same thing, you're not going to get any better. So that's where you adapt, you use simple stuff like this. Like I said, it's not crazy stuff you've probably never heard, it's just little things. Because that's all this game is, it's little things. Think about this. I mean, that one freeze I had, that was not I spent 4 elixir and it completely allowed us to destroy that tower. If I hadn't done that, who knows how that match would have gone. Now, granted, I think it would have went pretty well because we soundly beat them, but you never know. I mean, have you ever lost a match when you have 50 health on their tower? I mean, little things like that, 2 elixir differences could have ended that game. So, just being able to adapt to a deck, and that's, I think, the most important thing, more than anything else. And that's why I've made it the last point, is because you need to be able to think ahead. And for some people, they do that better than others, but anyone can do it. And so, just learn how to do that. It'll make you a better player. You'll have more fun playing. If you really want to do well, play with your friends in 2v2 because you can learn how they play, make decks that help complement each other, just learn from each other. So that's going to be it for today's video. I had a good time here with you guys. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please subscribe, leave me a comment, leave me a like. Just kind of tell me how to be better. I'm still fairly new at this. I've been getting better. I've been getting help from friends. I've been getting a couple people commenting, helping me improve. And I'm really enjoying this. I'm glad I decided to do this, and I hope you guys like it. So I'm gonna try to post another video at least in the next couple days, if not tomorrow. And until then, see you later.